Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Show Football Show. As always, it is your post-match reaction, little solo one. Hope you enjoyed the content over the last few days. It's going to be a busy few weeks, so for that, please do smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. Yesterday's performance distinctly average, and I'll say that about Leeds United's team right now, distinctly average. When you actually look at the two sides, it's not too dissimilar from what West Brom are putting out, I can't lie to you. I would argue they had better options than us off the bench, which isn't great. And then Farker's coming out saying, I want four. Left back, midfielder, two attackers. Can't guarantee we'll get them though. Hashtag we tried FC. You know, I cannot deal with the fact that we won't. What do you mean? Can't guarantee. This isn't on him, by the way. And I hope it's a shot to the board, but you need to be guaranteeing. Because right now, Leeds United's team squad will not get top two. Leeds United need to get top two. I expect top two after the end of last season. That means, look, there's two ways for me. You give him the tools. If he doesn't get it right, you sack him. Yesterday's performance was not good. But you know what? For me, it stemmed the bleeding. We'd conceded, and it's mad I'm talking like this in 2 games or 3 games now. But it is what it is. When your expectations are up here and they're not met, of course, you criticise. He stemmed the bleeding. We conceded 6 goals in 2 games. Unheard of for Leeds United under Farker. Went to a tough place where we didn't get a result, where we lost last time out. We didn't get a win against West Brom. Most we got out of them was a point. I don't actually think on the face of it it's a bad result. The performance was stinker, right? But I don't think on the face of it it's a bad result. Had we have beaten Borough, had we have beaten Portsmouth, like we should have with that Harrison chance, we'd have gone, you know what? You're going to have these games in the Championship. But the facts are, it's 2 points in the league. It's not good. And the performance is stinking. But I almost feel like Farker's having the rug pulled out from underneath him. Yeah, we can be critical, but I mean, who else can play in the 10? Who else can play in the 10? Really? I mean, Pirro stinks. Pirro is so bad. Does some of that have to go on Farker? Because you've turned the Championship top scorer in 2 seasons to a player that can't trap wind. That's a concern. It's also a concern of the recruitment team or whoever signed off on signing him anyway. I know we as fans were happy, but I remember Andrea and Lockie, who don't work for football clubs, but have a good working knowledge, but they don't work for football clubs. They're not paid massive sums of money to do this, but they told us he won't fit. They can give me a list of players loads of people can. It's not just them. But this is my point. People at the football club are making the wrong decisions. And that includes Daniel Farker in terms of the players that he's putting out on the pitch. Playing Gruev and Ampadu. It's not working. It worked in pre-season. He spoke about him getting further forward. He's not doing it now. So change it. Play Rothwell. Yeah? He's not a 10 though, so we need a 10. And Pirro, I don't know what position it is, but maybe question marks have to be labelled at Farker because you've turned the Championship top scorer into a guy that cannot trap wind. He doesn't even look like he could play football. As I've said to you, we struggled to create when we had Rutter. Now, without him, my God, I can't think of a decent player. I thought Bogle grow into it. He was shaky early doors, then he grew into it. That's better. Firpo was decent. We looked a bit better in the second half, but we're clutching at straws. Performance-wise, it was terrible. We got dominated by West Brom. Yeah, they didn't create much. Melier was okay from set pieces. I was concerned. There is that. But like I say, on the face of it, it's not that bad, if I'm being honest. And I do feel a little bit better. But now it's over to the 49ers to go get us players. They're probably not going to be ready for Chef Wednesday. What a test that's going to be, by the way. I'm going to watch that game later on. Join me and we can get a proper look at Chef Wednesday. But what a test that's going to be. But you need to lift us. You know, I speak about rolling your sleeves up, rallying cry. You need to lift us, coincidentally, as well. It works in tandem. That performance doesn't lift nobody. You know, I think both managers will be happy and content. It's the Championship, it's a long season, etc. And I'm all right with it, as mad as it sounds, because I'm just glad that we didn't bloody lose. That's the most important thing there, not losing. But as a performance, there was nothing, no goal malfaction. I felt sorry for Joseph. Then Bamford comes on, and again he can't do much because there is no service. We need a number 10. We need a box-to-box 8 because Gruev's not it. Play Rothwell there, but even it's clear that Rothwell's not his starter because he's bench. Otherwise, he'd be starting. So he wants a player there. Defensively, we looked all right. Like I said, that's an improvement. But everything else, the gaps are too big, and that's on the manager. But I also feel like this is what I'm saying about two things, right? If they don't get him the 4 players that he needs, and he's saying I can't guarantee we'll get him, so that's not great. And remember, I told everyone we tried FC. This is what's coming. I can feel it coming down the corner. But we tried to get this player. You can ask about Clark. You're not buying him, so don't fucking ask about him. You can ask about Rothwell. You can ask about Rowe. You got given a price you can't afford to pay for him. Right, move on. Bring someone else. There's targets outside of England. There's targets in Europe you can go get. You know? There are players out there. And whoever's not letting it say, look, sorry, Daniel, we want players outside. Sorry, Jordan, no. You know, it's almost like there's too many cooks spoiling the broth. Because trust me when I say, if we have this squad for the season, it's not enough and we'll get top 6. And then we have to go through the playoffs again. And we know Leeds United's history in playoffs. Because Farker keeps telling us, we're a special club, we do this. Fuck off. It stinks, man, everything. It's disappointing. Compare me, if you watch me regularly, prior to Portsmouth, look now. This is all done in the space of a week. A week. The 49ers have ran that, and look what they've done to us as a fan base in the space of a week. It is insane that it can go that wrong. Now, you need to win games of football. Sheffield Wednesday, we have to get back. I think it'll be a good game because they'll come and have a go. They're not going to do or play like West Brom did, and to be honest, we were quite negative in our approach, but I sort of get it to an extent. But the most important thing for me now, between now and Sheffield Wednesday, is to go get some players. Go sign some players. And then that will boost the squad, boost morale. All the ex-pros speak about it, say it's important to bring in, freshen it up. All them lads at the minute are looking around thinking, fucking hell, this squad's getting weaker. And no one's coming through the door. So that needs to change. Bring some players in, lift the place. You've still got time to do it, 13. Yes, we need 4 players. That's a player every couple of days. But those that are saying to me, well, they can't do that. Well, what have they been doing for rest at window? What did they do between Bogle and now, which is like 27 days? Sign someone in that fecking time then. It's an absolute joke. Absolute joke. The performance was a joke, but I'm okay with it because we got a point. We move on to Wednesday. The mismanagement at the minute is also a joke. Something's got to give. Either you back Farker, right? And if you don't get it right, you sack him. Or you don't back him. He's not going to get it right because you're not giving him the tools and you're to blame. This is the thing. This is where I'm at the minute. I don't know who to blame. Give Farker the tools. If he gets it wrong, right, Farker, you're not it, mate. If you can't be too critical of him if he ain't got the tools. And at the minute, he ain't got the tools. Look at the state of it, man. Look at that performance today. And I know he's guilty of that, and we've seen managers turn water into wine, etc. But the way Farker wants to play with the players that we've got at the minute, it stinks. And I feel a little bit sorry for him. Something's got to give, and give quick. Listen, I'm done with the game already. I'm like, boom, on to the next, please. Sign some players. Let's go. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.